Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Nina.
And today we're looking at day 2 of exploring the soul of New York City.
New York City. Oh, you know what an experience I really want to have in New York is watching the ball drop in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay. Yes, a very famous event that happens every year, and maybe the biggest New Year's celebration in America is the Times Square ball drop.
Yeah, so I have seen it in movies before, and it's just everyone really, they gather up and just to see this ball drop, and it feels very festive and happy, and I feel like it's an experience worth having.
Yeah, everyone counts down together, and then there's usually some concerts and singers after and even before, and it's just a very famous event. When I was a kid in Canada, I would watch this on TV because they would show the New York Times Square ball drop on TV every year. And even when I was very young and couldn't stay up until midnight on New Year's Eve, I could watch that because it was on at 9 p.m. because of the time difference between New York and Vancouver, where I grew up.
That's so cool. So actually the ball drop has been happening for a long time now.
Yes, it's been on for a very long time. And I think it remains to be one of the most famous New Year's Eve celebrations in the world.
Okay, so definitely want to experience that.
Okay, well, let's learn about some more things that you can do in New York and in Times Square in today's article.
Times Square is, without question, the heart of New York City. This bright and busy center of the city is crowded day and night. Giant digital screens flash while street performers put on shows near dozens of stores and fast food chains. The square has also become known for its New Year's celebrations, when thousands gather every December 31st to welcome a new year and new beginnings. After taking in the sights and sounds of Times Square, make your way to the theater district for a Broadway show. Broadway feels like its own world, one where lights dance and exciting stories are told every night.
Okay, we're looking at day 2 of exploring the soul of New York City.
Okay, let's get into today's article. Times Square is, without question, the heart of New York City. This bright and busy center of the city is crowded day and night.
Indeed, I've been there before and it's so cool. Like it has lights everywhere and it's the environment is just very lively, you know, like there's what we would call it, the vibe is very lively.
Yeah, there's always lots of people there. There's always things happening. There's always things to do.
Yeah, performers sometimes, street performers, a lot of stores to walk around. It's definitely very cool. Continuing, giant digital screens flash while street performers put on shows near dozens of stores and fast food chains. So yeah, we mentioned before, definitely a very lively environment. So the digital screens flash. So when something flashes, it's to shine quickly. For example, the light flashed red on the screen in front of me.
And I remember when I was there, the screens there are so bright that it's just like, it's almost like it's not even nighttime when you're there at nighttime because the whole square is just lit up by these signs.
Very cool.
Okay, we just mentioned that there are lots of fast food chains there in Times Square. So a chain, when we're talking about a restaurant chain, we mean that there are more than one location of the same restaurant, and usually it should be, you know, just about the same food, the same menu, and the same look and feel of the restaurant in every location. So this can be a chain that just has, you know, more than one place in one town or city, or it can be a worldwide chain like, you know, McDonald's and Burger King, these worldwide fast food chains that you can find everywhere around the world. And if you love one of those restaurants, you can find the same thing that you love there anywhere you are in the world, that they have a branch of their chain.
Okay.
So an example, Starbucks is a famous coffee shop chain.
Indeed.
All right, getting back to the article, the square has also become known for its New Year's celebrations, when thousands gather every December 31st to welcome a new year and new beginnings.
All right, so we mentioned earlier, so this is actually when the ball drops at Times Square. So that's why everybody gathers on New Year's Eve to celebrate this historical moment.
That's right. Okay, let's go to Hanny.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。第一天的课程介绍了2个纽约市的著名景点——自由女神像以及帝国大厦。那下一个要介绍的是时报广场，这个明亮又繁忙的市中心，白天晚上都挤满了人潮，有巨大的数位萤幕闪烁着，也有街头艺人在数十家商店和速食连锁店附近表演。那这个广场，它也以跨年庆祝活动闻名，每年有成千上万的人聚集在这边迎接新的一年。Nina 老师说，那边的氛围充满了活力。老师用到 vibe 这个字 ，V-I-B-E vibe 这个名词表示气氛、情境。那课文单字 flash 这个动词表示闪烁、闪耀。chain 这个名词则表示连锁店。好，我们接回到课文中。
After taking in the sights and sounds of Times Square, make your way to the theater district for a Broadway show. Okay, so a Broadway show is something that I missed while I was in New York, but I really, really want to go to. Because New York is known for Broadway, right?
That's right. Well, so Broadway is actually the name of a street there, but this street is known for all the theaters that are on it. And the shows that they have there are world famous, so they're known as Broadway shows. And it's one of the very popular things to do when you're in New York is to go to one of these Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Broadway feels like its own world, one where lights dance and exciting stories are told every night.
Okay. That does sound very exciting. Do you want to experience a Broadway show?
I don't think I would enjoy a Broadway show. I don't love musicals or that kind of live show to go see.
Okay. Well, I love musicals, so I would definitely want to try it out, and you should too. Let's go to Hanny for now.
在欣赏完时报广场的繁华景象之后，课文建议我们前往剧院区观赏百老汇表演。Broadway 百老汇它原本是街道名称，后来成为纽约剧场的代名词。那根据课文的描述，百老汇感觉像是自成天地，是一个每晚灯光舞动、有精彩故事上演的地方。好，这边有2个重点，第一个是 take in 的不同意思。首先，它可以表达欣赏、游览，像欣赏风景、游览景点。Take in 之后可以接地点或是事物，例如 They took in a couple of shows when they were in London. 他们在伦敦时看了几场表演。第二个意思可以表达理解、领会，像是理解资讯啊、讯息等等。例如 There was too much information to take in. 有太多资讯让人无法吸收。第二个重点是关系副词 where 用来引导形容词子句，在子句当中作为地点副词，那这时候它相当于 at which、in which 或者是 on which。我们以下介绍2种用法。好，第一个介绍限定用法。当先行词它是非特定地点时 ，where 引导的子句用来修饰先行词，使它的意义更明确或是完整。where 的前面不加逗号。例如 This is the house where my grandparents used to live. 这是我爷爷奶奶以前住的房子。那形容词子句是来修饰 the house。第二个介绍非限定用法。当先行词它是专有名词或特定地点时 ，where 引导的子句是用来补充说明先行词，那 where 的前面就要加上逗号哦。例如 Hank spent his entire summer vacation in Pingdong, where his grandparents live. Hank 整个暑假都在屏东度过，他的爷爷奶奶住在那里。那形容词子句是用来补充说明屏东。好，那我们接回到课文中。
Okay, we've learned a bit more about New York and some more, or one more place, or 2 more places you can go. We learned about Times Square, which is known for its bright lights and
Street performances, stores, everything.
Everything, and then of course you can go to Broadway to see a Broadway show.
Yes. So for now, we will go to the second part of the article and we'll see you right there.
It's a place where creativity and culture come together as big musicals or smaller plays. Each show is performed with passion and gives the audience something to remember. New York City is one big stage for the whole world to see. It's loud, exciting, and unforgettable, just like the Broadway shows that tell its stories. There's truly no other place like New York. So, what are you waiting for? Come and see for yourself.
Welcome back. Before the break, we talked a little more about New York and some places you can visit there, such as Times Square, where there are bright lights and advertisements, street performers, lots of restaurants and stores. Or you can also go to the theater district where you can catch a Broadway show.
Okay. It's a place where creativity and culture come together as big musicals or smaller plays. So that for me sounds extremely exciting because I love musicals. I love singing along and I love shows as well. But Matt, maybe not so much.
No, not so much for me. All right, continuing. Each show is performed with passion and gives the audience something to remember.
Okay, so it is performed with passion. When you perform, it means to act, dance, or sing in front of people. So for example, I was excited to finally perform my dance.
All right, so these performances on Broadway or in the theater district are all performed with passion.
Yes.
So passion is a noun that means excitement and energy and almost uncontrollable excitement. So it means you're expressing how much you like something, how much you love it, and how much energy you want to put into it. So for example, we could all see Ellie's passion for dancing.
Yes, or you can say someone is passionate about something. So the other word is audience. Audience is the people who watch a show or event. So if you're at a concert, you're part of the audience. For example, it was clear that the audience loved the show. So if you love a show, usually they're going to be cheering and clapping their hands, right?
That's right. Okay, let's go to Hanny.
课文接着提到，百老汇是一个创意和文化以大型音乐剧或小型戏剧的形式结合在一起的地方。每场表演都充满热情，带给观众难忘的回忆。单字 perform 这个动词表示表演、演出，它也有执行的意思。Passion 名词表示热情、热爱。如果在后面加上 ate， 构成 passionate 这个形容词，它表示热情的、激昂的或是热烈的。Matt 老师在解释单字时，他有谈到抑制不住的兴奋。老师用到 uncontrollable 这个形容词，就是形容无法控制的、抑制不住的。下一个单字 audience， 它是名词，表示观众、听众。那解华课文中
New York City is one big stage for the whole world to see. It's loud, exciting, and unforgettable. Just like the Broadway shows that tell its stories. Okay, so New York City is a big stage for the world to see. So not only you have the Broadway shows where you can actually see the shows, but also New York itself kind of tells its own story with its vibrance and liveliness, right?
That's correct, and it's something that is unforgettable. So when we say that something is unforgettable, we mean, well, it can't be forgotten. You're not going to forget it. You're going to always remember it. But usually when we use that expression to say that something you did was unforgettable, it means it was so amazing or so impressive that you're always going to remember it and maybe always going to miss that time or to think about that time in your life when you were there, and it's going to give you good memories.
Yeah.
So something is unforgettable. It's left a strong impression on you with, good memories usually. All right, continuing on. There's truly no other place like New York. So, what are you waiting for? Come and see for yourself.
Yes. Okay, definitely worth visiting once in your life at least.
All right, let's go to Hanny.
纽约有闻名世界的百老汇，不过这个城市本身就像是一个大舞台，它喧闹、刺激又令人难忘。世界上没有其他地方能像纽约一样。同学们如果有机会，一定要亲自去体验一下哦。那我们最后来看单字 unforgettable， 它就是形容难以忘记的。我们接回到课文中。
Okay, we do have a what do you think question. So I'm going to ask you, Nina, why do you think New York is such a popular place to visit?
I think people like New York because it's just known to be so lively and that you actually have so much to do. And people have the idea that in New York, you can make your dreams come true. So who wouldn't want to go to a place like that, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think also because New York is seen in so many movies and TV shows that people around the world watch these movies and TV shows, and it makes you think that's somewhere I want to go. I want to see where this story took place in real life, and that's part of why New York is so famous.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, well, let's review the article again, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Times Square is, without question, the heart of New York City. This bright and busy center of the city is crowded day and night. Giant digital screens flash while street performers put on shows near dozens of stores and fast food chains. The square has also become known for its New Year's celebrations, when thousands gather every December 31st to welcome a new year and new beginnings. After taking in the sights and sounds of Times Square, make your way to the theater district for a Broadway show. Broadway feels like its own world, one where lights dance and exciting stories are told every night. It's a place where creativity and culture come together as big musicals or smaller plays. Each show is performed with passion and gives the audience something to remember. New York City is one big stage for the whole world to see. It's loud, exciting, and unforgettable, just like the Broadway shows that tell its stories. There's truly no other place like New York. So, what are you waiting for? Come and see for yourself.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 flash 动词，它表示闪烁、闪耀。chain 这个名词表示连锁店。perform 是动词，它表示表演、演出或是执行。passion 是名词，表示热情、热爱。audience 也是名词，它表示观众、听众。文法的部分，我们第一个学到 take in 的不同意思，那它可以表达欣赏风景啊、游览景点等等的意思。第二个，它可以表达理解、领会，像是理解资讯、讯息等等。第二个，我们学到关系副词 where 用来引导形容词子句的用法。那首先学到限定用法，就是当先行词是非特定地点时 ，where 引导的子句用来修饰先行词 ，where 前面不加逗号。另外，我们学到非限定用法，当先行词是专有名词或特定地点时 ，where 引导的子句用来补充说明先行词，那这时候 where 的前面就要加上逗号咯。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's KiWi on the street. Hey, over here. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And did you know it's finally the season where fruits are becoming ripe and sweet, and it's getting really hot, so it'll be really refreshing.
That's right. But you have to remember when you're talking about fruits, there are different measure words to use.
Let's check it out. For example, a bunch of bananas, a bunch of grapes, or a bunch of lychee or lychee.
When you're buying fruit, you'll usually buy a whole melon or a whole pineapple, but how do you cut it when you get home? There are some different ways you can cut it. You can cut it into a slice, or you can cut it into a wedge, like a wedge of watermelon or a lemon wedge.
Whether it's for a smoothie, edible arrangement,
or fruit salad, you are ready to enjoy a summer full of delicious, sweet fruits.
well, that's all we have for today. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, please. send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say in English and you just don't know how. Kiki, anything you have to say?
Enjoy your fruits.
Kiwi later.